Hey guys, Ty from Garage 88 here again with another video introducing our latest product, the G88 Double Cab Tacoma Roof Rack. This is good for 2005 to 2023 double cab Tacomas, and don't worry, this is going to be a no drill installation. Underneath the stripping here, there is pre-drilled holes, so you don't need to thread or anything. It's a bolt-on installation. Our roof rack is full aluminum, black hardware, powder coated. No worry about rust or any kind of corrosion, and it will last the life of the vehicle. We offer in two options. We have the light bar cutout and no light bar cutout, so it's totally up to you and your preference of what you would like to have on your Tacoma. The crossbars included are T-slot aluminum extruded crossbars. This allows for a full arrangement of accessories that you can attach onto your roof rack. In regards to fitment, this is going to work with all sunroof models as well as the shark fin antenna on the back, so you won't have to worry about any fitment issues whatsoever. We've tested this roof rack so that there's no vibration or whistling sounds on the highway, so it's going to be a smooth and quiet ride. So without further ado, we're going to go from this to this. What's great about this roof rack is that it allows you to add on additional accessories such as awnings, which we'll be showing you in a future video. First things first, we're going to go to the roof of the vehicle and take off this weather stripping. You don't need to use a screwdriver or else you're going to damage the paint. You can just use your hands. So you're just going to, from the front here, there's a little tab, and you're just going to slide it out from the back. Yours might be a little bit more stuck on, but there's no screws or anything holding it down, so you just have to pull it off. So once you have the stripping off, there's going to be a total of 5 hole locations. Yours are going to look a little different than mine. Mine already have the foam ripped off, so you're going to need a little knife and you're going to feel the indent and make a little mark, make a little X, and that's where you're going to have a hole. So you can see that there's the threaded holes right there already from factory. There's going to be 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 1 in the middle. For those that want to use the weather stripping, what you're going to need to do is get a piece of painter's tape and make a mark where the hole lines up. From there, you're going to transfer this line onto the strip so you know where to cut. But keep in mind, it's actually not in the middle. It's going to be a little bit onto the side. So as you can see from the 2 front ones, it's actually not directly in the middle. It's a little bit towards the center of the vehicle. So keep that in mind when you do drill these out. Now that we have the holes punched out, we can move on to the next step. However, just so it's easier for the installation video, we're going to have our strips off just so you can see everything that's happening underneath. The next step in the process is you're going to grab these black aluminum spacers and you're going to place them on the holes of each of the pre-drilled spots on top of the roof rack in the gutter. So we're going to grab the driver's side rail, we're going to place it on and line it up on the holes, and then you're going to hand thread these in. Leave it loose for now because there is some room for adjustment to make sure everything is square once everything is in. So make sure to have the lock washer between the big washer and the bolt head. What I recommend before installing the bolts is to put a little bit of silicone on the threads. This is just to prevent any water entering the cab. All you need is a little bit, and again, this is just to ensure that no water enters the cab. Okay, so we're going to take off the slack out of the bolt. We're using a 5mm Allen head or hex bit, and we're going to just tighten it down just to take out the slack. Again, you want to leave it loose so we have enough room for adjustment when we put the crossbars on. So the front plate does have a crossbar behind to add more rigidity and to eliminate vibration and wind noise. To secure the front bar, first we're going to have to set it up. There's a total of 10 holes. You're going to grab the bolt, a washer, a lock washer. You're going to place it in and have the T-slot nut on the bottom and just have it hand tight. You want a little bit of room because we're going to slide it in after. Once we got the crossbar behind, we're going to tighten up these. So we have the light bar cutout model here. The main difference is the front plate. To install the light bar bracket, you're going to very similarly as you did in the front plate, slide it in. You're going to notice that there's 2 holes on the bracket. Those are just going to be for adjustment depending on what you I recommend using the inner one. You can only use one of the two. So the light bar included with every purchase of the cutout is going to be a 2-zone 240 watt light bar, Baja Designs style, and there's a total of 3 wires, so you can either turn on the orange or the white or both. So once you have the brackets in, you're going to center it and tighten everything up. Included with every roof rack, there's going to be an included premium weather strip for the front edge of the wind deflector. As you can see, there's a lot of cushion, so you don't have to worry about any scratches or anything on your roof when you place this on. It helps eliminate wind noise as well as vibration when you are on the highway. So what I recommend when you install this, you're going to have cushion side down, and you're going to start the strip right at the beginning of the first radius, and we're going to cut it off on the end. So I put a piece of foam on the roof so nothing scratches. I've laid out all the crossbars of where they're going to be. We're going to set up the hardware just like how we did before. We're going to have the bolt head, the lock washer, and the flat washer. And we're going to tighten all these by hand and leave everything loose. This includes the front plate as well. There are 2 options for the very back bar, for those with the antenna and those without. For those with the antenna, just like mine, we're going to install the rear crossbar vertically. For those that do not, they can install it horizontally by using the top 2. Just a tip, when you're installing these crossbars, make sure to have the T-slot entry holes facing upwards. So this allows you to put the T-slot nuts in here and allow them to slide out, so you can take the accessories on and off without having to remove the crossbar. Now that we have everything hand tight, you're going to look at the front of the vehicle as well as all the sides of the vehicle to make sure that the rack is straight. Once everything is straight, then you can tighten it up. If you do need to make some adjustments, very simply, you just grab the rails and you can move it the front, you can move the back, side to side, just so everything's in the center. When you're tightening these down, you want to make sure not to tighten them down too much and break the bolts or the threads inside. Please use your judgment. What helps is using an extension for parts like this. If you're using a socket and a ratchet, just makes things easier so you're not banging against the crossbar. The low profile design still allows full tilting action of the sunroof. So that concludes the installation of the G88 double cab Tacoma roof rack for 2005 to 2023 model years. Appreciate you watching till the end of this video. If you want to check out the product, check out the website, garage88.ca. Make sure to subscribe if you want to be on track for the latest deals. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.